No one enters your life by accident. Every significant person, whether a blessing or a challenge, is a soul with whom you made specific agreements before you were born. These are your soul contracts, and understanding these relationships is key to understanding your overall soul contract. There are different types of contracts between souls, each serving specific purposes in the evolutionary journey of both parties. Some contracts are for mutual support, others for challenge and growth, some for healing old patterns, and others for co-creating something greater. Let's start with support souls. These are people who come into your life to help, inspire, or guide you in some way. It could be a teacher who believed in you when no one else did, a friend who showed up exactly when you needed them, or a mentor who guided you through crucial moments. These souls agreed to be your earthly angels, offering support, wisdom, or opportunities at the right time. But not all contracts are comfortable. There are also challenge souls, people who show up to irritate, confront, or force your growth through conflict. Before labeling these people as bad, understand that they are fulfilling a role you yourself asked for. Your soul knew it needed to develop patience, courage, strength, or some other quality, and these souls agreed to be the resistance against which you would exercise those spiritual muscles. Think of that person who always gets under your skin, who seems to know exactly how to push your buttons. That person may be reflecting parts of yourself that you need to acknowledge and integrate. Or they may be forcing you to set healthy boundaries, to find your voice, or to stand firm in your values. The challenge is not meant to hurt you, it's meant to strengthen you. Family souls are another important group. These are people with whom you've shared multiple lives and relationships. They may be your parents, siblings, spouses, children, or close friends. With these souls, there is often an immediate familiarity, a feeling of, we've known each other before, because you truly have. These souls often make long-term contracts to meet life after life, working on specific issues or supporting mutual evolution. An interesting phenomenon with family souls is that they sometimes switch roles. Someone who was your parent in one life might be your child in another. A past life spouse could become a sibling. An enemy might now be your greatest ally. This happens because souls want to experience all angles of a relationship, fully understanding the dynamics they are working through together. Soulmates are often misunderstood. Many people think a soulmate is necessarily a perfect romantic partner, but in truth, a soulmate is any soul that shares a similar vibrational frequency with yours and with whom you have important growth contracts. You can have multiple soulmates, and they may appear as friends, family, mentors, or even as challenges. Relationships with soulmates are intense because there is a deep recognition between you. But intense doesn't always mean easy. Often, soulmates meet to work through complex issues that require brutal honesty and accelerated growth. They love each other enough to challenge one another to evolve. There is also the concept of a twin flame, a soul that is literally the other half of your own essence. But twin flame encounters are rare, and usually happen only when both souls have reached an advanced level of spiritual evolution. If you're wondering whether you've met your twin flame, you probably haven't, because when it happens, there's no doubt. Now, how can you identify what kind of contract you have with the important people in your life? Watch the patterns. With whom do you always learn something meaningful, even if the relationship is difficult? With whom do you feel a connection that goes beyond logic? Who awakens your most intense reactions, whether deep love or extreme irritation? People who appear during significant transitions in your life often have contracts specific to that period. The stranger who gave you a ride exactly when you were reconsidering your career. The person you met in the hospital while facing illness. The neighbor who moved in right next door just as you were going through a breakup. These are not coincidences. They are orchestrated meetings. Children are always soul contracts with specific missions. They don't choose you just to have a family. They choose you because you can teach them something they need to learn, or because they have something to teach you. Often, children are more evolved souls who come to help their parents grow spiritually. Other times, They are souls who need the specific energy that you can provide. Karmic romantic relationships are those where there is an inexplicable magnetic attraction, but also a lot of turbulence. These relationships exist so that you can resolve unfinished issues from past lives. They can be deeply healing relationships, where old patterns are finally transcended, or they can be cycles of repetition until the necessary lessons are learned. One of the most liberating things you can understand is that not all relationships are meant to last forever in this lifetime. Some contracts are short-term. A person enters your life, fulfills their specific role, and then you naturally drift apart. This doesn't mean the relationship failed. It means the contract was successfully completed. The important thing is to approach all your significant relationships with awareness and gratitude. Even the people who hurt you were, on a soul level, serving your growth. This doesn't mean you should accept mistreatment or remain in toxic relationships. It means you can find the hidden gift in the experience and use that wisdom to